What is up, everyone? Going live again on the old YouTube and back in Colorado. Usually, guys jump in at like the 2 or 3 minute mark. So, I'm going to give you guys an update on the Florida fishing and what's coming up with Colorado fishing. And hopefully, some people are able to jump in. But it is absolutely beautiful here. It is just much, much colder than where I just was. So, coming up on a minute live, usually 2 or 3 minutes in, you guys tend to find me. Hoping that's the case today. But it's a winter wonderland at Casa de Fish On. An absolute winter wonderland at Casa de Fish On. See if we get somebody to jump in. Minute to 2 minutes now live. Hopefully you guys caught the last video I put out there, which was episode 57. A whole bunch of whiting and then chased some redfish, but they had moved on. The school had moved on. Unfortunately, we did not get a redfish. There was two parts to that episode and video, and nothing happened in part two. But part one was extremely exciting. Part one was like 25 to 30 fish to the beach, and that is our kids' tree house behind me. That's the beater fishing truck next to that. That's part of my front yard. Hopefully, somebody jumps in here on an absolutely beautiful day. Oh, hey. Oh, let's go. Shoop Outdoors. How we doing? Thanks for jumping in. My first comment, YouTube live back in good old Colorado after Florida fishing. How you doing? How you been, bud? Hmm. Hoping some other folks were able to jump in after showing you guys the beach. Showing you guys the beach in Florida. Showing you guys snow now. Talk about a shock to the system. We had some 70 to 75 degree days on the Florida Panhandle, and we literally flew back into the snowstorm. We were delayed only about an hour, but the snow was kind of moving out when we flew into Denver, and but man, we were delayed about an hour. Is all. Just grinding, fishing, hunting, putting stuff together. Thanks for the shout out. Oh yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Appreciate what you're doing out there. Got to support each other, and it's a grind, but it's a fun grind. It's a grind, but it's a fun grind. I absolutely love doing this. Greetings from England. Oh, that's so cool. British man, how we doing? There's an awesome username. How we doing from the UK? That's so cool. Um, Thanks for jumping in. That is awesome. Or I shouldn't say UK. Great England, I guess. Is that the same? Similar? Thanks for jumping in. American channels, yeah. Check out Shoop Outdoors. The guy that just commented right above you. Check that out too. Yeah, he's a good one. Um, I've been doing some fishing down in Florida, some surf fishing, and the last 4 videos on my YouTube channel are all from Florida. And as you can see, I am not in Florida. I'm back in northern Colorado, be chasing trout on the fly rod. Good, doing good, Yankee. Oh, I love it. Yep. Newcastle. Okay, below Scotland. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for chiming in. Been having a good time. I'm new to this, guys. I'm new to this. I've done like 12 YouTube lives, but just had a lot of fun connecting with you guys. And yeah, it's been fun. Hit that subscribe button. That's been the main thing, is like it's boosted the subscriber total for sure. So yeah, I really appreciate that. These people send me these gifts and rubies, and I don't even know what they are, but they're really cool. So I appreciate it. It's just fun to connect with you guys. It's so random that it's just an absolute blast. Um, give your might have a fancy as well. I don't know what that means, but thanks. I think I'm not sure what that means, but this is Casa de Fish On, guys. This is Casa de Fish On here in northern Colorado. I'm about 40 miles north of Denver and about 40 miles from the Wyoming border. I can get to Cheyenne, Wyoming about as quick as I can get to Denver. So this is where I'm coming to you from after basically every live I've ever done was from the Florida Panhandle. We did a 10-day vacation over Thanksgiving and brought you guys some surf fishing content, saltwater content. That's the fishing truck, and I am back in NoCo and getting ready. You subscribe straight away, please. Oh, no, that's awesome. No, that's awesome. You're good. You're good. Thanks for the sub. No, I appreciate that. I mean, that's literally why I do this. It's just fun to connect with you guys and see how you're doing, give you guys a fishing report. Appreciate the subscribers. And so that's why I've been coming on the live after not doing this forever. Yo, Harsh, how we doing? Thanks for jumping in. Going to stay on with you guys for a few minutes today. It's actually warmer than it looks here. The sun is out, and it's really not that bad. Our first major storm system of the season came in yesterday while we were flying back from Florida. We connected from the Florida Panhandle to Dallas, and then Dallas to Denver. Delayed about an hour because of this storm, but it's our first storm of the year, and it's about 45 days later than our average first storm of the year. Is kind of what happened here. Come Utah, heck yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Grayling and Brooks on Beetle Patterns. You had me at Grayling. Fantastic. Um, yeah, appreciate it. Guys, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Take you up on that. I own a drift boat, Choop. I own a drift boat. So like Green River in Utah, how fun would that be? Colorado rivers are too narrow, steep, and rocky to drift boat. The vast majority of them, the vast majority. There's a section of the Colorado River that guys will take their drift boat, but the vast majority of this state is not good for the drift boat unless you hit flat water. If I go on still water, flat water, I can hit any pond or lake I want, of course, with the boat ramp, you know. But yeah, we go to the North Platte River in Wyoming through what's called the Miracle Mile and Gray Reef, Saratoga, Wyoming. So I got to drive like 2 or 3 hours really to use the drift boat on moving water in this area. So yeah, Utah's on my list and Montana. Um, love your. Oh yeah, thanks. What's up, Lucas? How we doing? How we doing, brother? Yeah, appreciate it. I can't afford Costas right now. I would love some Costas. You wouldn't want the pink red. Pink red is probably not the best for fishing. I get that. These Oakleys are great for coaching. I still coach for a living and do this on the side, trying to grow the whole fishing thing with Fish On with Coach Steve. But I've coached kids for 20 years, so that's still the primary job for me. And got this going on the side. So yeah, no, these are fantastic for coaching, and they do it well enough for fishing because they're polarized, they're prescriptions, so these do well enough for fishing. But yeah, would love some Costas, you know, probably with the maybe a different color lens than the pinkish red that I'm rocking here. But yeah, appreciate that. Um, Bloody Colorado. Oh yeah, no, that's my yard. I mean, that's a blue spruce in my yard. So, yep, I'm in northern Colorado. I'm at 5,000 feet. These communities on the Front Range of Colorado, Fort Collins, Loveland, where I'm at, are about 5,000 feet above sea level, and plenty of aspens. Show you guys some aspens in my yard. There's my house, and there's some aspens. So yeah, we're like 5,000 feet, but we got plenty. We got plenty of trees. We got plenty of trees. We got plenty of trout, and that's what we're going to be doing next, guys. Now that there's more people here, I'll tell you what's upcoming on my channel, anyways. By the way, I'm kind of giving up on Instagram for now. Well, not quitting, but I'm not going to spend as much time on Instagram. But I'm all in on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube with Fish On with Coach Steve. That's little old me. But follow us over there, guys. Make sure to like and follow along and hit that subscribe button. Um, let's see. Best catch. Oh, best catch this year. Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna get sentimental and just say any catch I had with my boys, when I'm out with my kids. I mean, that's my favorite catch when I'm watching them reel one in. Just a first thing that came to my head was watching my boys reel one in. But for me personally, man, I don't know. I got into some really nice trout this year. I caught a couple 6 foot sharks this year. Man, I love all fish equally. I don't even know how to answer that. I just the first thing I thought of was my boys and watching my boys reeling a fish and hooking them to the outdoors and fishing and all things wild. So thanks for the question, Shoot. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is just my boys. For me personally, I don't even know. I had a few memorable trout for sure, some just nice sized trout for sure this year. But yeah, your question just made me think of my kids. Which what would you say? Yeah, I don't know. Let me think. Let me think. I had caught sharks before this year, so probably not the sharks, although reeling in a 6-foot shark on spinning gear without a guide, doing it all by yourself, kayaking out the bait, that's a rush and a thrill. But um, I had some memorable trout, honestly. I mean, a very, very recent trip. Oh, well, I guess my buddy Tag put me on some kokanee salmon, and that was a bucket list fish for me. So if you go just a few videos back, just a few weeks ago, I'd say the kokanee, because that was a bucket list fish for me. So I did catch a species I'd never caught this year. I got into a bunch of kokanee salmon. So, yep, shoot, to answer your question, I would say the kokanee salmon for me personally. Getting kokanee on the fly rod was a hoot. My biggest one was like 19 inches. So catching kokanee salmon in Colorado on the fly rod as a first for me in a bucket list fish. I got to go with that. I got to go with that. So, shoot, thanks for the question. How about you, buddy? I'll keep talking. Let me know yours. But yeah, coming up, guys. Well, let me recap Florida really quick. I did 4 videos. You'll enjoy the Florida videos, guys. Episode 55, 56, and 57. That's all Florida saltwater surf fishing. Then the 4th video is just a standalone video of a shark that I caught, a 3.5-foot bonnethead shark that I caught. That was actually a really lucky, fun bonus catch. um, Dyson Krubis controversy. Sorry, you're part of it. I have no idea what that is. I don't think I'm a part of it. Dice, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Richie Rick, I don't think I'm a part of that. I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about, to be honest. Sorry. So then here, I'll tell you what, guys. I am not an ice fisherman. Let me know if you guys ice fish. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing. Um, Long story short, I worked as a ranger, an armed ranger for Colorado State Parks years ago, and I worked at a lake where 2 guys fell through the ice and died. And it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. I love all styles of fishing. I'm not really an ice man. Ever since watching 2 guys die, fall through the ice, it's not really been my thing. I'm sure you can appreciate that. This was many, 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 many years ago. I had a law enforcement career and a park ranger career before I started coaching kids in tennis. But and I kind of got burned out of carrying a gun to work and taking people to jail and DUIs and all that garbage. Law enforcement's a brutal career. It's a calling for sure. And I think coaching kids was more my calling. So, anyways, I'm not an ice guy, but I'll tell you what's coming up. For me, I'm going to go fish the South Platte River near Denver. I'm going to go fish the Arkansas and other tailwaters. So, tailwaters in my area tend to stay free of ice because water's releasing from the dam. Sometimes it's warmer and there's water coming off the spillway in the dam that breaks it up. So the Big Thompson, the South Platte, the Arkansas, all these are have areas that are tailwaters that you can fish in the dead of winter. So that's kind of what's coming up for you guys is some tailwater river fishing. So there's also some lakes that haven't frozen over here. So that's another thing I do this time of year is hit some area lakes that haven't frozen over. But at this point in my life, you guys have to let me know about your preferences, but I'm just not an ice fisherman. I'm just not. Nothing against it. I mean, I love all fishing. I love all fish equally, all style of fishing, but had an experience, watching 2 guys fall through and haven't really wanted to do it since and never did it before that. So it's not honestly something I can even speak intelligently about because I haven't really tried it, but it's not my thing. It's not my thing, but let me know if any of you guys ice fish out there now that we're officially in early December. Merry Christmas, though. Merry Christmas, by the way, guys. So, um, I probably won't hang on too much longer, but I appreciate you guys jumping in. Shoop's chiming in. But yeah, can't beat watching the kids cooking on the fly. Um, nice. I'll have to watch that again. Shoop's episode 1 of my series. Okay, I'll check it out. Uh, Catching a trout. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm just in trout country, so that's usually what I target. But I've gotten into catfish out here and carp and walleye and smallmouth bass and largemouth bass. Caught a couple quality largemouth bass this year just on the fly and regular tackle. So I am mostly fly rod, but I use a lot of spinning gear, especially when I go to Florida. Not very often bait casting gear, but I'll show you guys everything. Ice fisherman, target big browns. No, that sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. If you can drive a truck out there, Shoop, if you can drive a truck out there, I'll walk out there with you and I'll stay away from the truck. But yeah, if the ice is safe enough to drive a truck, then I'll go walk with you. I should really try it. I honestly should. But quite frankly, I don't really need to ice fish to keep fishing because, like I say, our tailwaters stay open with that water coming off dams. Our tailwaters stay open here. There's lakes that tend to stay open. And then right when winter really sets in this area, we go back to Florida. So we do every February in Florida, and we're doing it again in 2026. Hi, Wyatt. How are you? Thanks for jumping in, Wyatt. Make sure to turn on those bells, notifications, and whistles. Get the subscription. Appreciate you guys subbing and subscribing. Um, Wyatt, what's up? Where are you from in the world? um, but yeah, so make sure to subscribe, guys. Like and follow along. Make sure you guys see what's going on with Fish On with Coach Steve. I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna push towards 3K. I'm gonna push to just a connecting flight. So very cool. Hopefully I'm not muted now. I was getting a call. I should have silenced it. I was getting a call from somebody I didn't even know on the other line there. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. Am I good? But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Florida. So every February, we go to Florida, the Florida Panhandle. So I just don't need to ice fish. I was talking to Shoop about that. I don't need to ice fish. I'm every single February I'm in Florida, and so by the time it gets really cold around here, I'm already back in Florida, and then in March I start coaching again full time. So, but I'm almost at 20 years coaching kids in tennis and just dedicated my life to other people's kids, and now my own kids play. It's a pretty special time in my career. Oh, good. I'm not muted. Um, ST Win, where are you from? How's it going, guys? Yeah, where are you from? I'm coming from Northern Colorado right now. You guys had caught me live the other day. It was from the Florida Panhandle, but you guys, I am back home at Casa de Fish On in Northern Colorado. I'm about 40 miles north of Denver. I work in Loveland, Colorado. So Gainesville, Virginia. How we doing? That's awesome. Never been to Gainesville, Virginia, but you know what? I bet there's fish there too. I'll find fish there. I'll catch them. Won't stay on much longer, guys. Happy December. Merry Christmas. Another view. There's my red truck and my American flag and a snowy, wintry scene in northern Colorado. That's a big old cottonwood. My kids have a swing. You can see that swing right there. Bet my kids remember that tree when they're 40, 50, and I'm gone. My day's been good. Hopefully you guys too. Awesome view. Yeah, appreciate it. That's my front yard, guys. No, it's not that cold here. It's sunny, as you can see. And it's actually, no, it's really not that cold. I know I'm not really dressed for winter in northern Colorado, but it's not that bad. And there's no wind. That's the key, right? Now there's a ton of people. Maybe I'll hang on. Wille Wan Saramat, however you say that. How you doing? How you doing? Let me know where you're chiming in from. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to like and share it and follow it, subscribe. I'm on a push towards 3K subscribers. Monetized this a couple months ago. It's not paying the bills, but it's getting somewhere. And if you guys send me $1, 10 cents goes to God. So I always tithe the first 10% because it's all his anyways. So healthy charity and a healthy church. That's what I do. That's what I do. Got this monetized. I was so proud of that, guys, because I figure that only like 1% of us actually pay our bills off this and make good money, but I bet 95% quit before they get to where I got. So I was proud of that. Winter storm advisory. Oh wow. Where are you at? That's crazy. Oh, in Virginia, I think. Jurin Dearmore, how you doing? Wyatt, yeah, I'm Steve. I am Steve. I'm Fish On with Coach Steve, coming to you live on YouTube. Oh, trying to do some TikTok lives, but I can't see the conversation. I can't do the dialogue. It's like I'm not doing something right or I got to turn on the conversation. But I did my first ever TikTok live and I could see people joining and asking to go with me on the call. But I couldn't see a dialogue. There was no conversation. You guys got to help me out with TikTok. I might do that too. I just hit 5,000 followers over there. So trying to grow that also. Um, Thailand, how you doing? Thailand, that is so awesome. We got England, Thailand, Texas, Virginia represented. That's awesome, guys. That's kind of a fun thing about this. Golly, that's really neat. Well, make sure to subscribe from Thailand. Help me in the push towards 3K. Got to go in a minute here, guys, but thank you guys so much for jumping in. It's kind of, I just got unpacked. Just got unpacked from my Florida trip. If you want to see some Florida surf fishing footage, but make sure to stay tuned for some trout on the fly rod coming up in December in northern Colorado. And really appreciate you guys jumping in. Have a blessed rest of your day. Happy Thursday. Happy December. Merry Christmas. God bless you guys. And we'll do this again. We'll catch you guys on the next video.